Welcome to Infocision Stadium in Akron, Ohio, home of the Zips. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Akron Zips. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Zips will kick it away to start. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So North Carolina's offense is on the field for the first time today. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
This offense already in the black zone, a little bit backed up. How do they want to respond? They come out to throw the football, be aggressive, and this defense was ready, and they got pressure on the quarterback and got a sack on the very first snap.
And the Tar Heels with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. The give to the lone running back. Showing off that weight room work as he gets across the 20 and up to the 22. Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. Looking downfield, it's Murphy. Under fire. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And it's hard to imagine starting a game any better than this defense has. 2 sacks on the opening drive of the game. Something that they pride themselves on. If they get you in these types of situations, they can pin their ears back and get after you. They've got multiple guys that can be a factor when it comes to rushing the quarterback. You're seeing that very early here in this game.
So Akron's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line. A group of ballers, David, who take pride in what they do.
And I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on all the big fellas up front, the hog mollies, the big uglies, the most unselfish players on the field.
It's old school, man. We're in an era of college football where it's up-tempo, spread, air raid. Games are still won and lost, though, in the trenches, because this is one of the best offensive lines in all of college football. That is a huge advantage this offense takes into each and every game.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Man, you can't draw it up any better than that. First possession, force a 3rd down. You want to shut the home crowd up, sack the quarterback, create some momentum. Now you're getting the football back to your offense, probably with great field position.
The Zips decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And a precision punt there will pin them deep inside their own 10-yard line. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Wide open downfield. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Out of the gun, the inside give. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Tar Heels now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. The play-action fake. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He's got an open man. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. And the Tar Heels send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Akron has it back, ready to send that offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Dropping back, it's Murphy. Bringing the heat. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
The Tar Heels have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. It's picked off, and they ruined the drive with a turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Zips take over in Akron, ready to get that offense to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Throwing right. And it's knocked away, incomplete on 3rd down. And the Zips will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. All the way back to the 15. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Back to throw, it's Murphy. Oh, they're after him. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
It's such an advantage for a defense when you can add to your pass rush by blitzing guys, but especially when you've got a middle linebacker like that can collapse and push the pocket into the lap of the quarterback.
And the Tar Heels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to go up top. Fires left. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
The Tar Heels will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He gets it away from his own end zone. A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. Akron has it back, ready to send that offense back onto the field. The give to the back. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Power football with the run. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did. They'll try to get outside. Finding an escape route. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The Zips come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. 6-yard pickup on first down, leaves them with 2nd and 4. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Zips kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Going to the ground. They throw it in reverse as that's the final play here in the first period. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking to throw, it's Fritz. Here's the pressure. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Man, this defense really bowing up their neck. This part of the field, don't let them run the ball on first down. Don't let them be physical. Nice job. Second down, ready for the pass. Rush the quarterback, get the sack. This defense is dialed in the red zone.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Got his man on the right. They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. And as a holder picks his spot, it'll be a 25-yard attempt. Splits the uprights. Good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Tar Heels with a long way to go after the loss. And he goes down back at the 1-yard line.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now the 7th sack of the game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On the move. And they got him in the end zone for a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
And they'll set up with a free kick from their own 20. Finding open areas. The Zips take over in Akron, ready to get that offense to work. And to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse, they'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Fritz. He's got him. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. The Zips come to the line with a new set of downs. Right back to the well. Nice move to keep running. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Give to the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Finds a man on the left. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. They'll try to get it in with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. The snap sets up the throw. And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Yeah, and how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Smashes it between the uprights. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. Oregon delivered maybe its most thorough thumping in years in a game that featured a ton of big plays, not unlike the way LaMichael James, Kenyon Barner, and Jonathan Stewart used to do it. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Off-play action on 1st down. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built the lead.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass, it's Murphy. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Snatches it on the right. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one?
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum.
No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Second down, they'll go to the air. Under fire. He'll pull it down. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. They'll go to the air. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. The Tar Heels will line up to punt it away. Now on the return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll try the right side. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Here's the heat. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Zips line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fair catch is brought in at the 43, and they are set up nicely. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. To the air, it's Murphy. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play, they'll go back to the air. Makes the grab. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Pocket breaking down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And he feels the heat coming in and burns him up. Another sack. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. He's looking downfield to throw. He lofts one down the sideline. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Tar Heels will send out the punt unit. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. They'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the grab on the left. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Dropping back, it's Fritz. Sets up the screen. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the 1st down. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Looking to throw on 1st down. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Took a shot as he threw. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. The Zips will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Oh, he makes the catch. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And now the lead is even bigger. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a magnificent game there so far in Akron. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Infocision Stadium.
The Tar Heels will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Akron has it back, ready to send that offense back onto the field. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Back to throw, it's Fritz. Looking to the big tight end. Finds space on the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. To the air on first down. Throws to the tight end. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Just missed on the connection, incomplete. Now facing a third and long. Wants to throw it. Another incompletion on third down. And the Zips will punt it away on fourth down. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the running game has gone in the wrong direction. The offense tries to turn it around and go forward on third down. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Man, I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your second guy gets hit, and you got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback, man.
And the Tar Heels will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Zips take over in Akron, ready to get that offense to work. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Big third down here. They need to get the ball to the 41. Looking to pass. It's Fritz. Fires downfield. Got his man to the left. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. Leaves it with the back. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Trying play action. A shot toward the end zone. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man in the middle. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17. The Zips look to keep this drive humming. The give. Can't get him to the ground. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll try to run for it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've been great on 3rd down. Now to finish the deal on 1st and goal. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Akron. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Going deep. Brings it down on the right side. Turning on the jet. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, North Carolina!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Lining up to add another. And it's perfect. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, we've got a final score for a notable game today in the American. USF sparkled today in a dominant road win. In fact, by the 4th quarter, it almost felt like this game was being played in Tampa. That's how much they took that crowd out of it. Never a dull moment when it comes to the American. Back to you guys.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Quick release by the QB. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be 3rd and long. Now the play fake. fires to the tight end. He stopped at the 15. Not enough for the first down, and you'd think we'd see the punt team. And the Zips will bring the punt team onto the field. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play at the 37. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Finds his tight end. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Offense getting set for first down. They'll try the run. Slithers into space. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. Makes the grab. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he makes the catch at the 10.
Thank you very much. That's what the quarterback's thinking on that last play. I think he was even shocked that his receiver was that wide open downfield. He'll take it.
The Tar Heels are moving quickly down the field. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Another sack. This quarterback group, not this quarterback, this one, because you're already on quarterback number 2. Taking a lot of hits today. Got to keep these guys upright. Got to protect them. This offensive line has to do a better job.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Thought they had something set up there, but he'll be stopped just short, and it'll be 4th down. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. And that is no good. My goodness, you need those field goals, guys, to cut into that deficit. We're still at 11.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. The RPO, it's complete. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Guys, it's Akron holding the lead here so far. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. They'll run play action. Gets it out quickly. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Here's the handoff. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Fritz. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Pressure coming. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks, that's just ridiculous.
The Zips decide to punt it away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. He'll field the punt. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Finds his big tight end. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Looking downfield on first down. Under fire. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
It's always so hard for offensive coordinators to adjust their game plan. When you lose your starting quarterback, now you got your backup in. A lot of times there's so much cautiousness, and you just don't want to run them that much, or you don't feel comfortable with the whole playbook. And you could see it there, and you could see the cautiousness, the hesitation led to a sack.
And the Tar Heels now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Off play action. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And every time he gets brought down, everybody kind of gasps for a second because you're already on quarterback number 2, and you got to protect him. You got to keep him upright. And the least amount of hits as possible because you definitely don't want to go to QB number 3.
Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Tar Heels send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Akron has it back, ready to send that offense back onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
And the Zips are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to throw, it's Fritz. Fires to the big fella. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. 2 set of downs after the completion. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Quick release on the RPO. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The Zips come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Pulls and fires complete. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Motion from the back. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down. And the Zips will punt this one away. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Finds the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And the Tar Heels racing to the line in the hurry-up. Second down, they'll go to the air. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Pulls it in down the sideline. Wide open spaces. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, UNC!
And so many times the safeties tell the tape, and that's what QBs are studying and reading. And he drops back, and you could tell he sees his receiver coming from the right side, and he knows exactly where he's going to end up with that post. Pushes the ball down the field for the big play. Got the safety out of position, made the big touchdown throw.
So the first part of the job is done. They got the touchdown. Now for the 2 to make it a field goal game. He's looking to throw. He's in there for the 2-point conversion, and now they're within a field goal. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Zips take over in Akron, ready to get that offense to work. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. They give it to him again. Gets it past the marker. He rumbles out to the 39-yard line before he's steered out of bounds. The Zips just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. The option look. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Looking to throw, it's Fritz. Bringing the heat. And the defense got him at the 27. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Zips will call on their punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. Waves the arm for the fair catch, and the catch is made close to the 30-yard line. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Oh, they're after him! Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Offense, you got to do a better job. There's got to be more sense of urgency protecting your backup quarterback. You've already lost your starter due to injury. Now that the backup's in, you know you're going to have to hold on for just that split second longer, and they weren't able to do it there.
The Tar Heels have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th.
Well, the defense, they're smelling blood in the water now. Of course, they've already knocked the starting quarterback out of this game, and now with the backup in, they're bringing more pressure. It almost looks like they're more excited to get after him. This is just a very excited, very emotional defense right now.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. He's got it in more than enough for a 1st down. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's not afraid to go deep. Touchdown, Tar Heels! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And love this team. In their self. I love the way they responded. Listen, you're playing against a ranked team, a perceived better team. You get down early, but you don't quit, Jesse. You keep fighting, and they took the lead in this football game. You talk about heart and belief, they got it.
You're absolutely right, David. And that's one of the things this coaching staff is always harping on this team about. You play until there's zeros on the clock. You keep fighting. It doesn't matter how much you get down by. You play the next play, and they slowly but surely have scratched and clawed their way right back into this game.
Snagged out of the air. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. They'll leave it with him. Turning it on. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Quick strike complete. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Here's a throw downfield late. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Got his man quickly. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Zips have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And they spike it and get the clock stopped. A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. To the air on first down. Finds his big tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? And the Zips really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Zips. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
Man, what a great job by this offense executing down the field, using all of the clock, being smart, getting the big score late, and I think that one should do it.
This one's big to make sure they can't beat you with a field goal. And it's good, and he's got the lead up to 3 late. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And how about that for a capper? The likely game winner in the waning moments. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.